Open houses aren't worth it. Or are they? Let's dive in today and look at the pros, the cons, how open houses work, and how they can be helpful to you. So what are the goods about an open house? First and foremost, it gives you the most access to the largest buying pool in the market. That's right, anybody can come to an open house. Second, you have a knowledgeable real estate agent who will be at your house, the entire open house, that can showcase all the best features of your home to anybody who walks in. Third, open houses create an incredible buzz in your community. That's right, all your neighbors want to peek in and see what your house looks like. And second, it's a great opportunity for them to choose their neighbors. They're going to go back home, tell their friends, and email your listing to them so they can look into buying it. Fourth, open houses create a sense of urgency. By doing an open house, people know that many buyers are potentially looking to purchase your property. And it may just push somebody over the edge into making an offer and securing your home before or shortly thereafter. So why not do an open house? What's the bad associated with doing an open house? First and foremost, you can't pre-qualify your buyer. Because the open house is open to anybody, then anybody can walk in. They may not be ready to buy a house today, but rather just starting the looking process. So often when you do open houses, the buyers that walk in today, they may not be ready to buy until tomorrow. Because 96% of buyers find their home online, you're not going to be advertising your house to very many new people. Meaning most people that see your open house already saw it online. So why do an open house? Because it's a chance for them to walk into the house. So what it means is you may not find a new buyer because of an open house, but somebody might fall in love with your house because of your open house. So how does an open house work? Most people ask, can I just walk in? Absolutely. Often agents will put a sign on the door that says, please, come on and walk in, because we want to have you experience a great open house. But you never have to feel nervous or even knock when you walk into an open house. So how does an open house actually work? Am I going to be strong-armed into buying a house today? Can I actually just walk into the home? And let's touch base about other questions most people have when they go to an open house. When you go to the open house, feel free to just walk in. You'll have an agent who will greet you upon entering, who represents the seller in most cases. When you visit with that agent, they may have you sign a document for security reasons to make sure they know and they can tell the seller who has walked into the home. Now, don't be worried or alarmed. They're not there to spam you, but rather just to have some information. And if you're interested on the back end, they'll give you some follow-up information about the house to help you move forward in your home search. After you meet the agent and sign in, he or she will typically give you some data about the home. They'll usually give you a flyer, some information you can take with you as you walk through the house. Often the agent may accompany you and may showcase to you the coolest features of the property so you don't walk away missing anything. However, if you don't want to be accompanied by an agent, just politely tell them, hey, I'd rather walk through on my own. Now, just realize the agent's going to keep an eye on you because they're there to ensure the seller is protected during this open house period. And they're always there with a ton of knowledge to help you through the home buying process. After I walk through the house, what next? Well, you may find out that this home isn't for you. And if it's not for you, that's okay. If you want to go see other houses in the neighborhood, simply talk to the agent that's there running the open house. They may be able to give you some great insight and access to nearby homes that might be similar to what you're looking for in that price point. But let's say you love it. What do you do next? If you already have an agent you're working with, simply tell the individual who's running the open house, I have an agent I'm working with, I love the house, and we're planning to make an offer. That's great feedback that anybody wants to hear during an open house. And then you, with your agent, can go forward and create an offer to submit to the listing agent. If you don't have an agent, but you want to offer on this house, the individual running the open house is a perfect person to connect with. They already have a connection to the seller and or to the listing agent, and they can give you the best insight on what it takes to successfully secure this home for your next property. When you're walking through an open house on your own, what are some things you must look for to make sure you're making the right decision in your next home purchase? One thing I tell all of my clients, whether walking through with me or through an open house on their own, is to make sure they ask questions and find out the ages of the systems and the major components of the home that will potentially cost money down the road. So what things should you be looking for? I always suggest find out the age of the roof. Find out the age of the HVAC systems. Does it have AC? Does it have a furnace? And how old are each of those units? How old is the water heater? All of these things are living and breathing systems that are money down the road you either need to plan for or save for when you become a homeowner. Now that you know the pros and cons of an open house, make sure to watch this next video to find out what every buyer must ask on their next home tour.